Up, my dear friends? My name is Mark. You're watching Welcome to Mark's Bible Study. So happy to be with you. Videos we are adding on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, my dear friends. We are having the 9th of February 2026, and it's 11:28 a.m. Right now. It's almost in the middle of the day. It's 31 degrees right now, so it's kind of cold. It's kind of cold, but it's sunny. So we are going to talk about the faith of a Roman officer. Yeah, the faith of a Roman officer in the book of Matthew. We also gonna keep talking about cooperating with other people because this is really important. We're gonna take a look at that. Yeah. So today, the faith of a Roman officer. So the Romans were soldiers. The Romans were soldiers. Then the captain was the pilot, right? The captain, the sergeant, those were the soldiers. That was the Roman Empire was a kind of a military back in the day when Jesus was around. So when Jesus was around, that was a kind of a first military, right? The Roman Empire was the first. The Roman Empire was the first military, and we're gonna read this. When Jesus returned to Capernaum, a Roman officer came and placed with him. Lord, my young servant lies in bed, paralyzed and in terrible pain. Jesus said, I will come and heal him. But the officer said, Lord, I'm not worthy to have you come into my home. Just say to the word from where you are, and my servant will be healed. I know this because I'm under the authority of my supervisor officers, and I have authority over my soldiers. I only need to say go and they go, or come and they come. And if I say to my slaves, do this, they do it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed. Turning to those who were following him, he said, I tell you the truth, I haven't seen faith like this in all Israel. And I tell you this, many Gentiles will come from all over the world, from east and west, and sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at the feast in the kingdom of heaven. But by many Israelites, whom those for whom the kingdom was prepared will be thrown into outer darkness, where they will be whipping and gnashing teeth. Then Jesus said to the Roman officer, go back home because you believed, and it has happened. And the young servant was healed that same hour. Is this not? Is this amazing? Isn't that amazing that Jesus can heal even from the distance? That is very amazing, isn't it? That is amazing. That is extraordinary that Jesus Jesus has the ability to heal people from a distance, right? He healed the Roman officer, believed in him, and the servant was instantly healed from all this mess that he had, that he was sick, that he was that he was excuse me that he was sick, or what was that? Uh, Lord, I am worthy to have you healed. I know because under the authority of my superior officers, and I hope when the yeah, he says that Jesus will say that said to this Roman officer that just like you say those words to just like what Jesus say to a police officer. So the Roman Empire were kind of a policeman, right? Were kind of a policeman, and they were soldiers. They were a military, and they were kind of a policeman, right? And he was saying to the Roman soldiers, to the Roman soldier that when Jesus was saying when the Roman soldier believed what Jesus said to him, the servant was already healed, right? The servant was already healed. The servant was already healed. So the thing is that that the soldier believed him. The servant was already healed, right? Just like God can heal lots of people. God can heal lots of people from nasty viruses, because the virus is Satan that is killing those people, and it's kind of casting out that, and the and God is kind of casting out the pain with the ability of healing, right? So the thing is, if the doctors are kind of the police of your body, right? You know, you are created by God, right? You are created by God. God is the healer of your body. And there's lots of situations that God was healing people, even when they were in a hospice, even when they were in hospice, even when they were in a hospital. God even healed lots of kids from lots of pain, from lots of sickness and pain and cancers and all that stuff. I heard from a minister that last week that she had cancer, and she had to fight that cancer. Right? She went to the hospital. She went through all this therapy, or she went all the with all this therapy and doing all those kinds of stuff. And she called God. She's the one. She called God, and God instantly healed her from the cancer. God healed lots of people, paralyzed, casting out demons. Even Jesus healed the blind person, a paralyzed man. He was healing lots of people, right? He was healing lots of people, and those people were following him because those people believed what he can do, what he would do. Palm Sunday is all about when Jesus came to Jerusalem, and the crowd was holding palms and greeting Jesus with palms. But in the Friday, they said, crucify him, right? Crucify him. And then, during the crucifixion, when Jesus was already in the when Jesus was already in the cross, because we believe that Jesus got born, died on the cross, and got resurrected on the third day, right? This is our this is our belief. This is our faith that we are that we are worshiping. We worship the true God, which is we are reading the true Bible, the true book, and we're gonna face what is gonna happen in the end times. We will face what's gonna happen in the end times, right? So the thing is, people are trying to, excuse me, people are trying to understand really slowly God's word. Autistic people, people with ADHD, people with other disabilities. People with disabilities are very special people, right? I have a disability. I'm overcoming it. I'm not saying at school and in public, or I am autistic. I'm autistic. I'm autistic. Because if you say that you have that disability, you're not overcoming it. You're letting that disability come all. You're letting that disability come over you. If you say, I overcome being sick, I overcome that disability, I overcome that cancer, God will heal you. You need to just say the word, I overcome. I overcome. I refuse to have a disability. I refuse to have cancer. I refuse to be angry at people. I refuse to be angry at the past, at people, when they hurt me. I refuse to do all of this. I refuse to steal. I refuse to murder. I refuse to go to prison. I refuse to talk back to my parents. I refuse to be being a bully. This is what you refuse. This is the overcoming that you need to, that it's your decision. That is your choice. That is your choice how you say it. Or are you going to say it? I refuse to do bad things. I refuse to commit crime. Right? I refuse to do all those bad things. I overcome my disability. I'm demanding that that disability will go away. In the name of Jesus, because actually, that disability is from the devil. Down syndrome is from the devil. All those people who are sitting in a wheelchair and those people who have other syndromes, that's from Satan. It's not from God. God is trying to heal your body, right? God is trying to tell you that you are healed, that you are overcome that disability. Am I preaching or you're preaching? I am healed by His stripes and healed by the blood of the Lamb. Right? This is all this. This is the whole philosophy of this healing thing. Jesus would heal lots of people, right? Jesus will heal lots of people. And God is preaching, not I am preaching. God is preaching the good news that you need to hear. God is preaching the truth that you need to hear. But people are too lazy to open the computer and listen to the true gospel. People are just lazy. People are just afraid of the truth. People are afraid of the book of Revelation. What kind of a chaos will happen? I will preach the book of Revelation again because I don't want you to be sorry that you don't understand the most important book in the Bible about the end times. Right? We're gonna also we will also there are gonna be lots of topics in the Bible that we're gonna go through the whole Bible. That we're gonna go through the whole Bible, not all the books, because it's not necessary. We're gonna go through the whole Bible, but not all the books. Okay? We're gonna do from the Old Testament to a New Testament, from Genesis to Revelation. But we're not gonna do the whole book from the chronological happenings, right? Because some of those things that sometimes are in the Bible I don't understand, and they are too hard for me to preach. So I'm picking the most easy messages that I can preach about that are in the Bible. And we're gonna preach Psalms. We're gonna even preach We're not gonna preach Psalms, but we're gonna preach Proverbs also. But this is gonna be when we are going to preach the Old Testament. I'm not really a big fan of the Old Testament because of Adam and Eve, because we are living in this fallen world. This is because Adam and Eve refused to listen to God, and they listened to a temptation by Satan. Adam and Eve were tempted, right? That's why we are living in this fallen world. That's why people are. That's why people are so evil to us, right? But 99.9% of those people are nice people. They are Christians, right? There are billions of people living in this world, in lots of countries. But sometimes, if you go to a certain country, being Christian is not allowed, right? So they have to make sure that they are so they have a secret thing. They have a secret place to preach about Jesus, right? Right? Good. So that's the end of this Bible study for today. Thank you so much for joining me in this wonderful Bible study. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, because it's not freaking rocket science. Seriously, it's not rocket science to open the computer and type "Welcome to Mars Bible Study" or DJ Mark 2000 and subscribe to those channels. Really, really. Sometimes Sometimes, some people do not understand technology and they're losing what is good, right? But you know what? God will deal with those people. God will teach them technology. What's going on in this world, right? So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow on the next topic in the Bible. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.